Hello there, this is Heirs to the Kingdom channel, and today's lesson we're doing chapters 9 and 10 in the book of Numbers. If you're new to this, it's a Bible study channel going through the King James Bible, not skipping anything as scriptures command. If you'd like to, if you would, please like, subscribe, and share this content, and we're going to go ahead and get started here. So, last we left off, it was more rules for the service of priests and the Levites. Everybody was getting their assignments and stuff, for all of that. Now, starting in chapter 9, we're getting into keeping of the Passover. The Passover happened in Egypt, and they're to remember that and celebrate it for all time. For those that do not remember the Passover, that is when God told them to keep a lamb in their home for a few days. I think it was like 2 weeks, 14 days. I can't remember the exact days. And then they had to sacrifice the lamb. And they had to put the blood of the lamb on 3 doorposts, the sides and the top. And those that did this, death would pass over their home and only take the firstborn of the homes that did not have the blood of the lamb on the doorpost. Even some Egyptians did this because they believed in the Israelites and believed in the God of the Israelites, which is God Almighty. Anyways, that was the day of freedom for the Israelites from Egypt. The next day they told them to leave, and everybody gave them gold, silver, provisions, this, that, and the other to help them get out faster, because everyone else lost their firstborn child. And it doesn't matter if the child was 10, 15, 20 years old or a newborn. I'm not too, if they've already had children of their own, then of course if they had, their firstborn. So it's, anyone who hadn't, reproduced yet, been married, is what that's talking about. So, this was, like I said, what God did to get the Israelites freedom from Egypt. And that's why they're to celebrate it. It's the day they became free. And now the Levites are the firstborns, so God does not require the firstborn of anyone else. Not that they would be sacrificed or anything of that nature. It's just they were to be, dedicated to the Lord. But God says the Levites will take that place because they are to serve God. Moses and Aaron are from the tribe of Levi. So, that's why that is. And the Levites take, their responsibility is the tabernacle, and later on will be the temple. All the temples in Israel will be the Levites' responsibility, and all the priests will come from the descendants of Aaron. Later on, that's replaced. Can't remember if that person that replaces Aaron, if he himself is a descendant. I think he is a descendant of Aaron, but then it's no other descendants of Aaron, only descendants of this person that is a descendant of Aaron are allowed to be priests that day forward. We haven't gotten to that part yet. That is almost at the end of the Old Testament, but so anyways, go ahead and get started here. Hope everybody's having a good Sunday. And so, chapter 9, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses in the wilderness of Sinai in the 1st month of the 2nd year after they were come out of the land of Egypt, saying, Let the children of Israel also keep the Passover at his appointed season. In the 14th day of this month at even, ye shall keep it in his appointed season, according to all the rites of it. And according to all the ceremonies thereof shall ye keep it. And Moses spake unto the children of Israel that they should keep the Passover. And they kept the Passover on the 14th day of the first month at even in the wilderness of Sinai, according to all that the Lord commanded Moses. So did the children of Israel. And there were certain men who were defiled by the dead body of a man, that they could not keep the Passover on that day. And they came before Moses and before Aaron on that day. And those men said unto him, We are defiled by the dead body of a man. Wherefore are we kept back, that we may not offer an offering of the Lord in his appointed season among the children of Israel? And Moses said unto them, Stand still, and I will hear what the Lord will command concerning you. Now, when we get to the book of Judges, this is their job. They hear from the Lord and tell the people what the Lord says. They're not really over the people. God is over the people. They're just the relay. They hear from the Lord, like a translating relay. They hear from the Lord, and then they tell the people. There is one woman that actually gets in this position at some time in the Israelites' history. A lot of people say because of this, it says women can rule over men. And I say nay, nay. The scriptures say opposite of that. All she did was relay what God commanded the people to do. And if there was an issue that they could not, take care of themselves, they needed to hear from God, that is the purpose of the judges. Anyways, because she still had a husband she had to serve. And it ain't that women are to be servants, it's just everybody is a servant and everybody has a position that they serve. Man serves God, woman serves man, children serve parents. That's the chain of command. Serve doesn't mean that they become, servants. It's just that's, the people above them that they answer to. Anyways, now our chain of command is God, Jesus, Holy Spirit, man, woman, children. But let's continue on here, verse 9. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, If any man of you or of your posterity shall be unclean by reason of a dead body, or be in a journey afar off, yet he shall keep the Passover unto the Lord. The 14th day of the second month at even they shall keep it, and eat it with unleavened bread and bitter herbs. They shall leave none of it into the morning, nor break any bone of it. According to all the ordinances of the Passover, they shall keep it. So, even if they're unclean, they still do the Passover. For God, the Passover is very important. Verse 13. But the man that is clean and is not in a journey, and forbeareth to keep the Passover, even the same soul shall be cut off from among his people, because he brought not the offering of the Lord in his appointed season, that a man shall bear his sin. So the people that are far off or unclean, they still do the Passover, but they do it on their own. This is the one time that the priest is not responsible for, sacrificing the animal. 14. And if a stranger shall sojourn among you, and will keep the Passover unto the Lord, according to the ordinance of the Passover, and according to the manner thereof, so shall he do. Ye shall have one ordinance, both for the stranger and for him that was born in the land. And on the day that the tabernacle was reared up, the cloud covered the tabernacle, namely the tent of the testimony, and at even there was upon the tabernacle as it were the appearance of fire, until the morning. So it was always, the cloud covered it by day, and the appearance of fire by night. And when the cloud was taken out from the tabernacle, Then, after that, the children of Israel journeyed. And in the place where the cloud abode, there the children of Israel pitched their tents. And the commandment of the Lord, and the commandment of the Lord, the children of Israel journeyed. And at the commandment of the Lord they pitched. As long as the cloud abode upon the tabernacle, they rested in their tents. And when the cloud tarried long upon the tabernacle many days, then the children of Israel kept the charge of the Lord and journeyed not. And so it was, when the cloud was a few days upon the tabernacle, according to the commandment of the Lord, they abode in their tents, and according to the commandment of the Lord, they journeyed. And so it was, when the cloud abode from even until the morning, and that the cloud was taken up in the morning, then they journeyed, whether it was by day or by night, that the cloud was taken up, they journeyed. Or whether it were 2 days, or a month, or a year, that the cloud tarried upon the tabernacle, remaining thereon, the children of Israel abode in their tents, and journeyed not. But when it was taken up, they journeyed. And at the commandment of the Lord, they rested in the tents. And at the commandment of the Lord, they journeyed. They kept the charge of the Lord at the commandment of the Lord by the hand of Moses. God still does stuff like that for his children today, and we don't really understand it because we may get stuck in traffic. We may get stuck at a broken red light. Something may happen slowing us down to leave the house or whatever else, or getting on the road. And a lot of times we don't know it or see it, but it was to keep us safe. Sometimes it only takes a couple of seconds difference between safe travels and devastation. But like God said, that he had to carry them a certain way in the wilderness until he cleared out the land whence he wanted them to go, which is, the land of Canaan becoming the land of Israel. Let's continue on here, chapter 10. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Make thee 2 trumpets of silver, of a whole piece shalt thou make them, that thou mayest use them for the calling of the assembly, and for the journeying of the camps. A lot of people, they just started doing things because other people started doing things, because we're talking millions of people, over 1 million something people. They can't all see the tabernacle and can't really hear what's going on from that far away. So we're going to make a horn. And I think even today, some armies still use a trumpet for commands. I know at military bases they do. We still have reveille, we still have retreat, stuff like that. And so it's normally done with a bugle. But yeah, even up until medieval times, they used a trumpet, bugle, something of that nature to give commands on the field. And other ones, they used flags. But not everybody could see the flags, so they would have the noisemaker to alert people to look at the flag for commandments, or the trumpet would sound a certain way, knowing that they were to retreat or charge. That's the other one we have, is the charge call of the bugle. Anyways, you can look those up online if you want to go on YouTube or something like that to actually hear them. But yeah, so verse 4. And if they blow but with one trumpet, then the princes which are heads of the thousands of Israel shall gather themselves unto thee. When ye blow an alarm, then the camps that lie on the east parts shall go forward. When ye blow an alarm the second time, then the camps that lie on the south side shall take their journey. They shall blow an alarm for their journeys. But when the congregation is to be gathered together, ye shall blow, but ye shall not sound an alarm. And the sons of Aaron, the priests, shall blow with the trumpets, and they shall be to you for an ordinance forever throughout your generations. And if ye go to war in your land against the enemy that oppresseth you, then ye shall blow an alarm with the trumpets, and ye shall be remembered before the Lord your God, and ye shall be saved from your enemies. The whole thing with the loudspeakers with the Muslims kind of came from this. They have certain ways they make sounds, and it means certain things of call to prayer and everything else, because they believe that if they keep these, it keeps them safe. They just don't do it in their own house. They do it for their entire area to hear and everyone else around. So it's just a way for them to force themselves into, if they are the only ones in an area, fine and dandy, but when you hinder other people and try to force them to be your way, well, that's not being godly at all. But once again, a lot of the Muslim beliefs come from the Bible. And like, if you're strangers in the land, you do as they do, lest ye die. So they change some things, but either or. Let's continue on here. Verse 10, also in the day of your gladness and in your solemn days and in the beginnings of your months, ye shall blow with the trumpets over your burnt offerings and over the sacrifices of your peace offerings, that they may be to you for a memorial before your God. I am the Lord your God. And it came to pass on the 20th day of the second month in the second year, that the cloud was taken up from off the tabernacle of the testimony, and the children of Israel took their journeys out of the wilderness of Sinai, and the cloud rested in the wilderness of Paran. And they first took their journey according to the commandment of the Lord by the hand of Moses. So for this whole time, they've been at the base of Mount Sinai. They're just now finally moving after they've made everything for the tabernacle and done this, made the altars and everything else. And Moses went up twice for 40 days and 40 nights, on Mount Sinai to communicate with the Lord, to receive the 10 commandments. The ark had to be built, all this other stuff. It was all at this time. They've been there for a while. Verse 14, in the first place went the standard of the camp of the children of Judah according to their armies, and over his host was Nahshon, the son of Amminadab. And over the host of the tribe of the children of Issachar was Nathaniel, the son of Zuar. And over the host of the tribe of the children of Zebulun was Eliab, the son of Helon. And the tabernacle was taken down, and the sons of Gershon and the sons of Merari set forward, bearing the tabernacle. And the standard of the camp of Reuben set forward according to their armies, and over his host was Elijah, the son of Shedor. And over the host of the tribe of the children of Simeon was Shulameel, the son of Zurishaddai. And over the host of the tribe of the children of Gad was Eliasaph, the son of Deuel. And the Kohathites set forward, bearing the sanctuary, and the other did set up the tabernacle against they came. And the standard of the camp of the children of Ephraim set forward according to their armies, and over his host was Elishama, the son of Ammihud. And over the host of the tribe of the children of Manasseh was Gamaliel, the son of Pedazur. And over the host of the tribe of the children of Benjamin was Abidan, the son of Gideoni. And the standard of the camp of the children of Dan set forward, which was the reward of all the camps throughout their host. And over his host was Ahiezer, the son of Ammishaddai. And over the host of the tribe of the children of Asher was Pagiel, the son of Ochran. And over the host of the tribe of the children of Naphtali was Ahira, the son of Enan. Thus were the journeys of the children of Israel according to their armies when they set forward. And Moses said unto Hobab, the son of Reguel, the Midianite, Moses' father-in-law, we are journeying unto the place of which the Lord said, I will give it you. Come thou with us, and we will do thee good, for the Lord hath spoken good concerning Israel. And he said unto him, I will not go, but I will depart to mine own land and to my kindred. So the father-in-law, from my understanding, the father-in-law and I think his wife and children all went back to Ethiopia. I can't remember if the wife and children stayed with Moses or went back to Ethiopia. Hopefully this gets finally answered, because the whole time I'm sitting there like, did his wife stay with him? Because like it doesn't really speak much about his children, after all this, Anyways, 31. And he said, leave us not, I pray thee, forasmuch as thou knowest how we are to encamp in the wilderness, and thou mayest be to us instead of eyes. And it shall be, if thou go with us, yea, it will be that what goodness the Lord shall do unto us, the same will we do unto thee. And they departed from the mount of the Lord 3 days' journey, and the ark of the covenant of the Lord went before them in the 3 days' journey to search out a resting place for them. And the cloud of the Lord was upon them by day, and when they went out of the camp. And it came to pass, when the ark set forward, that Moses said, rise up, Lord, and let thine enemies be scattered, and let them that hate thee flee before thee. And when it rested, he said, return, O Lord, unto the many thousands of Israel. And that's the end of this lesson. So, of course, we're going to be keeping on talking about this section in, starting chapter 11. So, many things for us to pray about. One is we don't have to live this way. I don't think I'd mind a whole, kingdom of people, just all of us living in tents, walking around, being provided for, manna from heaven, water from the ground, our clothes not wearing out, nothing we have wearing out, serving the Lord. I think that would actually be a kind thing. They had their flocks, their herds, all that stuff, the whole time they was in the wilderness. Like I said, the sacrifices part, that kind of really sucks. Because, like I said, there's so many rules and regulations to that, it's so hard for someone like me to remember. But there's nothing wrong at all living the same as the congregation that you're with. What sucks is not having a congregation to be with, because either they live above you and you can't get to their level, or worse yet, you're the one living above them and they can't get to your level. You can change, the masses normally can't. But with this congregation, they all lived the same way. No one richer than the other, no one poorer than the other. I mean, maybe for flocks and herds, but they haven't even gotten to the land yet for them to be divvied up, lots of land to start new lives on. But we'll get into that too. But right now we got to pray for our countries, our societies, our churches. America is falling apart, and most Western style civilizations are as well. We've been fractured by Satanism. The people thinking they're following God are actually following demons. And we can't get them to understand that. So these are things to pray about. Like I always say, pray for the lost, the found, yourself, others, all people, all nations, all situations. There's always something to pray about. And don't forget to give God all the praise, glory, and worship and thanks and everything, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the indifferent. But I'm going to go ahead and end this lesson here. So, good day, God bless, and goodbye.